Hi, welcome to Wednesday, which means it's time for Places of Opposite Spread. And today is Wednesday, March 1st. Can you believe that? I'm pretty excited that we made it all the way to March. Almost a quarter of the way through 2017. There's just been a lot that's already happened in this year, and I'm kind of hoping that post-lunar eclipse and everything else that we're going to start moving in a more positive direction. There'll be less friction, but that's just my personal hope. So today we're going to be working with the Voyager Tarot deck. This one just wanted to come out and play, so let's see what it has to say. These are big cards. So let's set the intent that today we hear the messages we need to hear for this week. And that it blesses us and brings us some clarity and inspiration to any that find this video, whether it's on Wednesday, March 1st, or a whole different day, that whatever messages come forth means something to you in the moment you find it. All right, so we're looking for a card for the top, and again, the top card represents things that are in our immediate focus. We're aware of them. They are external influences and they draw our attention. And the next card we're going to look for is the opposite place of that, the base, things that it's rooted in, which happens to be our internal processes, the things that are going on with us, subconscious programming, pictures that get in our way, that we view things through, perspective that perhaps we were given. This card is being difficult. So stack those up again. So we're looking for the bottom card, the internal programming, the internal subconscious things going on. They're at the base of this week. There we go. And now a card for the left. This is kind of represents thoughts, our head game, our analytical processes. It can also represent where we're coming from. It can also represent just the way that we are affected by things. And the card to the right represents more of our emotional take. From our heart, from our inner being, something that connects us to everybody. And in the center this week, the focus, and also the resolution, often the things that need to happen so we can find resolution, is the center card. Also, the left card can represent advice and the right card can represent action. So we'll just see how these cards play out. It's been a while since I've played with them. They are really cool. The back of the cards have this downward view through a microscope at human DNA, and I find that very fascinating. So, all right, top card this week. We have a Major Arcana card. It's a 15. It's the Devil's Play card. And this kind of represents a lot of the distraction energy, a lot of the things that we would rather be doing than anything we're supposed to be doing. It can also represent ways that we trap ourselves into not having enough time for something, not having enough ability, all of our excuses and all these, but pretty much we're aware that they are just excuses, that if we wanted to, we could make the time to take care of ourselves. If we wanted to, we could make the time to call our best friend. If we wanted to, we could take the time to do any of 100 things. We just put up all these excuses why we don't have enough time. And what I'm getting is a lot of the reasons that we avoid these things is kind of the internal pressure we feel to do something right, to do it perfectly, or to be, you know, or when we come across guilt pictures. Like, when was the last time that you voluntarily called? Again, best friend is coming up, or maybe your parents, or just think there's like, oh, it's been so long since I've called them, I don't want to call them because I feel guilt. And yet that just makes it even longer, right? Compounds the guilt. It's like this compounding hamster wheel of things that we come up with that keep us limited and stuck in place. So that's really the message that I'm getting here, is that we are aware right now that we are stuck. And we are aware that a lot of things keeping us stuck are of our own making. So, all right. And opposite of that, another major arcana. This is the Star card. And featured in the center of the star is a statue of Kuan Yin. One thing I love about this deck is there are so many images per card. A different thing may catch your attention. So when I take a picture of this spread at the end, go ahead and zoom in and make sure you check it out. Okay, so opposite of Devil's Play, where we're stuck, we know it, and we know it's because of our own choices, is the Star. And the major arcana Star is, you know, the card of hope. It's the card where you can see the light of the end of the tunnel. You can see where you want to go. You can see how you want things to be. And the message I'm getting here is, it's not only important to visualize what you want for yourself and how you want life to be, but really, can you put yourself into that vision? You know, does it stay out there as kind of a dream of, oh, it'd be so nice if I had more than enough money in my savings account to pay my bills for the next 6 months, and to have fun play money, and I don't have to worry about anything. It's like, well, can you really put yourself there? If you take that worry element out, that need to constantly have money worries on your brain, what thoughts, what activities, what things replace that? Can you really allow yourself into that moment of possibility? Can you bring it into reality inside your mind? Can you be like, woohoo, I want to go buy a new shirt because I have money to, and I want to, and there it is. Or I really want to take a road trip. And there's no, you know, that's why it's the opposite, I think, is all these excuses. Some of them have to do with money, and some of them have to do with, oh, I can't do this course of study I really want to do. Oh, I can't take this trip I really want. I can't do these things I really wanted to do because I don't have enough money. And it's like, well, the answer to that is that, can you see yourself without those limitations? So that's the bottom. Coming from the left is the Three of Cups. I don't know if you remember this, but recently the Three of Cups was at the center of one of these places of opposites. It was our focusing on friends, family, the things that were important to us as a resolution. So I find it interesting that it's now to the left. And again, the Three of Cups is really just a joyous celebration card. All the things that are beautiful and lovely and wonderful. And it coming from the left, interesting, that's in our minds, that's in our thoughts. And this week I get that there's a lot of should attached to it. I should be grateful for that. I should be focused on that. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should, you know, kind of the same kind of guilt feelings I was seeing earlier with the Devil's Play is like, you know, if you truly love something, when you're truly appreciative of it, that should energy usually isn't there. So if you're feeling shoulds, that's a judgment energy that's coming into your space. And it could be coming from internal programming. It could be coming from external expectations. Those kind of things. So just to be aware of when you are putting your attention on things that you love or things you find beautiful, and if you find that should energy, you find anything other than appreciation and enjoyment of that, that's a hint that there's some energy that you can work on and improve your life with. All right, to the right. Ooh, and in the emotional space, this is kind of funny because we've got the Cups, which is the emotional suit, in the mental space. And we have the Ten of Crystals, which in this deck represents the mental suit in the emotional spot. So it's kind of a cross, you know, it's like, Are we stuck on thoughts of how we should be feeling? Are we ignoring how we're actually feeling? That's what I see in this 10 of crystals, is just that we are so overwhelmed that our emotional state is overwhelmed and shut down, and it puts us back up into our head instead of connecting with our heart, and we just get overwhelmed and sad and deluded. We just want to give up. So I find it interesting, being stuck, feeling like we should be doing things, guilt, being overwhelmed and wanting to give up, and all that, I see a lot of self-imposed limits. So be aware. And in the center, in the center is the Ace of Wands. It's titled Illumination in this deck. What I'm seeing from there is that there's a lot of patterns, and this doesn't surprise me coming up after the major eclipse energy that we just had, but where you're suddenly notice that things that you've structured your life around may not fit you any longer. And this is illuminating all of the energetic issues that are around you, whether it's in your aura, in your life, the way you're playing out things in your emotions, and it's illuminating it for a reason. It's illuminating so you can make different choices, so that you can recognize what's got you to where you are, why you're feeling stuck, things within yourself that you've put there, and the opportunity to visualize something different and really put yourself in that vision and eliminate all the limits. And to focus on love without any guilt, just with pure appreciation and enjoyment. And that way you're not overwhelmed. No one likes to be overwhelmed. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and stuck, take a moment to pray, take a moment to ground, take a moment to feel yourself releasing any self-imposed limits. That's kind of your work for this week, is to at least recognize what those limits are, envision a different future for it, and to say hello to any time you get overwhelmed. Give yourself self-love. Let yourself receive from you, yourself to yourself. Hey self, I love who you are. I love what we're doing. Let's get back to doing it. So that's what I see as the places of opposites this week, March 1st, and enjoy your week.